young girl by the name of Mary. Isn't she beautiful? And she had a long robe on, a long blue robe, and she was going to have a baby. And the baby was due any time. But unfortunately, a bad thing happened. They had to go from the town that they were living in to a town way over on the other side of the country. They had to go from Nazareth to Bethlehem, she and Joseph. And so Mary followed behind the camel. I'm the camel. You can follow behind me, Mary and Joseph. Follow behind me. They followed behind the camel or the donkey, maybe. And they followed, and they went a long ways. They went all the way from Nazareth, all the way to Bethlehem. And Mary was getting tired. Can you look tired, Mary? And Joseph was kind of trying to help her along. And pretty soon they got to Bethlehem, and they looked around. All around. Can you go like that? They looked around. And they were looking for a place to stay. Because Mary's going to have her baby anytime. And Joseph was getting worried. Can you look worried? Oh, yeah, worried. He is worried about Mary. And so pretty soon they came to an inn. And here's the inn right over here. Well, here was our innkeeper. And let's pretend like you're knocking on the door. Okay, Joseph, Ben? Ready, go. Knock. And the innkeeper opened the door. And he said, hi. And Joseph and Mary said, hi. And then Joseph said, do you have a room? Can you say that?
Do you have a room?
And the innkeeper said, no. We're full. We're full, he said. But then he thought, then the innkeeper scratched his head a little bit, and he thought, and then he pointed to the back, over here, where there was a stable. And he said, you can stay in the stable. So, Mary and Joseph went over to the stable. And in the stable, of course, there's animals. So Mary and Joseph, you can come on over here. And while they were staying in the stable that night, Mary gave birth to a little baby. And here it is. Here's the baby. And Mary, you can sit on the chair. You can hold the baby if you'd like. This is the baby. They named the baby Jesus. And Joseph looked at the baby, and he was proud of this little baby, and Mary was too. And the innkeeper joined in. You can come on over here. You want to get a little closer, look, watch the baby. You think that this would be the end of the story, right? The baby's born, but it's not. There's much more to it. Because while the baby was being born, up in the hills close by, there were some shepherds. And the shepherds, it was nighttime, so the shepherd was really sleepy. You pretend like you're tired. Oh, man. Rubbing his eyes. And pretty soon he sat down and he fell asleep. You can sit down and fall asleep, shepherd. Do you snore? Oh, no. But he fell asleep. And all of a sudden he woke up because right behind him there were 5 angels. And they put up their hands. And they said all together, do not be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
We have good news. They said it all together. We have good news.
We have good news.
And the shepherd was afraid at first because he looked at the angels like, who are they? But then they said, go to Bethlehem. So that's what the shepherd did. He stood up. Go ahead, Leland, you can stand up. And he ran. Pretend like he ran. And he ran all the way to Bethlehem, which is right here. And when he got there, he too saw the baby Jesus. And he was admiring the baby Jesus. This is a special, special baby. And the angels, you can put your hands down. And if you want to come forward, you can. You can come and see the baby Jesus as well. So we have the innkeeper here and all the angels. And we have Mary and Joseph and the shepherd. But that's not it. That's not the end of the story. Because meanwhile, way out far in the east, on a country way, way far away, there were 3 very special people. The kings, the wise men. And you know what? While they were out in the east, a long ways away, and we'll see your face there, we go. They looked up in the sky, and they saw a star. Pretend like there's a star up there. Can you point at the star? Yeah, there's a star up there. And so they followed the star because they knew it. Wherever the star was over, there was something special. A special baby was there. But as they're walking along, going with their camels and stuff, they kind of got lost. and they didn't know if they were on the right track. And so they stopped by to see the person that they thought would tell them where to go. The mean King Herod. Where is King Herod? Oh, here he is. Here's King Herod. And King Herod stood there very royally because he's a mighty, mighty king, but he's also very mean. You look mean? Holding your arms, looking mean? No? Oh, he's kind of, this is a good day for King Herod. But the three wise men came to King Herod, and they said, "Can you tell us where to find the baby king? Can you tell us where to find the baby king?" Can you see that? And Herod said, "No."
No.
Yeah. He said, "If you find that baby, tell me." That's what Herod said. "If you find that baby, tell me." Tell me. And they said, "Okay." And they left King Herod. And pretty soon they wandered, and pretty soon they did find the baby, even though Herod didn't know where the baby was. The wise men were able to find the baby. And when they got there, they gave the baby, Jesus, and his parents some gifts. They gave him gifts of gold. And we'll give it to, here's Joseph. You can put it in the manger if you like, Joseph, right in there. You can put it in the manger. Frankincense they gave to him. You can put that in the manger. And also myrrh. And there's some myrrh right behind you. There you go. You can put that in the manger. And so now the baby Jesus is surrounded by all of these people. Mary and Joseph, the innkeeper, the wise men, the shepherds, the angels, and all kinds of animals were there as well. And we don't know exactly if they did some singing or what they did. But I know all the time we sing a song. We sing Silent Night.